So we're going to start another walking stick. I have two here that I found in a recent walk through a forest. They've been drying for quite a long time. You see this one here. Let me bring it into the light. Was on the forest floor for quite a bit of time, so you see a little bit of water discoloration. But it's nice, lightweight, good height, relatively straight. And I'm thinking the grain's going to be pretty interesting when I sand this up. And I think that one's going to be nice. Couple of cracks to fill in, but structurally sound. It's more lightweight, so I'm not quite sure what type of wood it is. The next one here, with the big root ball that we have, this is ash. It's quite a bit heavier, good height. This is going to be something interesting. I'm sensing the grain is going to go in many different directions. A little more cracking on this one. This one's going to take a little bit more filling in. It is structurally sound, so it's just surface cracks. But what I'm going to do, because I've been sanding this and it's coming out quite light in wood, I'm going to fill it in with an epoxy, but I'm going to tint it. I'm thinking red, just for a nice contrast. Now I want to bring your attention to something. As I was sanding, I don't know if this will come out. I'm seeing, see those little black lines? I'm seeing some spalting in this. I can see some right here. I'm thinking once I sand the rest of this bark off and get down to clear wood, this is going to come out really nice. There's a slight bend at the base, but I think either we'll cut it off at that first knot, might make it too short. We're going to find out. But the first thing we're going to do is we're going to fill in some of these cracks just to be a little more stable. So that's what we're going to do now. Let's move on to the next one. So we went ahead and filled in the cracks with a 2-part epoxy. It's a messy process. I'm just using a simple mixture of 5-minute epoxy and just a couple of drops of acrylic paint. Doesn't take much to color it. You have to go in small batches because this dries way quicker than you can move and fill in these little cracks. I'm using a super thin, just a piece of wood to stir it up and it gets into the crack. We have a few more to fill in, so I'll take you through that, but I just wanted to give you an update. So we're filling all these cracks in, some on this side as well, all the way down to the base. And we have a few more to go on this side, so stay tuned. Okay, now we're just going to be fitting the bottom of the pole. What we're going to do is put on it's a 1-inch copper pipe. We're going to fit that on the end. It's going to strengthen the bottom. We're going to inset it in. There you go. Inset it in just a little bit here. It's about an inch, inch and an eighth or so long. Just cut it off a larger pipe. So whittling down, just tracing in where the inside diameter is, and with chisels and files, just trying to get it down to that level. So we finished fitting the copper pipe, as you were noticing. Took about an hour and a half, 2 hours or so to get everything fitted right. It's a nice snug fit, epoxied on. I left the copper pipe about an eighth of an inch proud. Let's see if we can get this focused. There we go. And then filled the rest in with extra epoxy. It'll help resist cracking at the bottom from a number of walks. So it's a nice solid finish. Copper on the end. Sanded the rest of it. Let me take a look. Sanded the rest. 80 grit, 150, 220, and 320. It's coming out really nice. And now we're going to thinned out this handle part here a bit. We're going to do a cord wrap. So I thinned it out, made it a bit smaller, seeing we're going to add a little bit of diameter with the rope. So we're about to do a finish and see how that turns out. Really impressed with that Watco Teak oil. We got 2 coats on it. The color darkened up nicely. Really made all the spalting and the epoxy fill that we have. Really makes it pop. Came out beautifully. What we have now is some paracord. We're going to make a handle right near the top, somewhere in this region here. And stay tuned, it'll come out nice. Almost done.